and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Ben Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com. This is Horst Lüning, the senior taster of Whisky.com. And today we have the pleasure of trying the Aberlour 12 years, and you'll see the Aberlour Triple Cask will be in the next video, which will be probably a few days or maybe a week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think we had the Aberlour 12 years old double cask. At least I had it on my cask. And Aberlour is very famous for its sherry matured or also sherry matured whiskies. And this distillery is a little bit hidden, not on the market, but in reality. So if you leave the town of Aberlour, and then, oops, you just passed it.
Yeah.
There's just a gate, wonderfully red painted, but that's all. No building. So the distillery goes well into the small valley between the mountains there, and it's not very visible from the front. Yeah, and I had the pleasure to visit it.
Yeah, but I think I am at the cup or the verge of getting an appointment, so hopefully everything goes right and I can get into Aberlour as well and show it to you in a distillery video, hopefully.
Yeah, there should be something different. I've been there twice. One time, just everything locked up. And the second time we were allowed to walk through the distillery, no guide at all. And we've seen the still house and huge, big, wonderful stills. And now you got the news that there is the allowance to build up a new still house, a new tun room.
Tun room, I think, and mash tun stuff. But I'm not quite sure if it's stills or not. What? But hopefully I will visit them and can ask them questions at the point of production. So Aberlour, what I think is famous about Aberlour is that they say that double cask is not a finish or something.
No.
But it is actually kind of a marriage or blending. It's
so they
bourbon and sherry, and
they mature them separately and then they blend it together. And in former times, this was the case as well. But then they changed, I think, the name to show, because every other distillery in Scotland said, "Oh, we have double cask, we have finishing, we have everything," And then they said, "Well, we have to write it on the label as well." But they're doing that, I think, forever. So it's very typical for the taste of Aberlour to have a sherry matured whiskey part in it. And the difference between a normal matured whiskey, which is finished, and a double matured whiskey is that the whiskey rests for 12 full years in those ex-sherry casks and are able to acquire different tastes from the wood. And in former times, that wood had been European oak, so it gave a lot more of intensity of strength. Today, I think most of those casks would be, American white oak from the sherry bodegas, because it's a lot cheaper than the European oak.
Yeah, a lot of sherry bodegas produced now with white oak, American white oak, because it's just growing faster, more numerous supply, less problems, and cheaper.
And probably more comfortable to the tongue or the mouth of the connoisseurs, because it's not that harsh and that intense. And
the thing is, if you have a finish in European oak cask, you have it in there for, let's say, 2 years or something, or 6 months, 2 years, something like that. You get a few of these flavors. This here has it for 12 years in it. Okay, it's not the full bottle that is 12 years in European oak cask. That would be hefty. Maybe they do have a few American oak, maybe a few European oak. That would be allowed. It's still.
We taste that. We will see.
We'll see
what we get here. This is extremely closed. Here's the opener.
So it's a 40%. It's for everybody ex-American oak and ex-Oloroso sherry casks. What they say. So if they really say ex-American oak casks, maybe they ex-Oloroso sherry. is European oak cask. So, but I guess the first fill they say first fill ex-American oak cask. So bourbon barrels, first fill bourbon barrels. First fill bourbon barrels, I have to say they are quite sweet.
Yeah, and here they say on the label, just the right balance of fruit and spice. Yeah, and it's priced in the mid-40s at Whisky.com. Yeah. Oh. Not for you.
They have these strange bottles with the huge, thick holes in them.
Yeah. You're always pouring more than you expect.
I think that's their
intention.
Their philosophy. Ooh.
Yeah. So this is fruity and, well, a kind of sweetness in it. And together with this light nuttiness of sherry casks and a hint, just a hint of spiciness, not yet. It's very fruity, very friendly, welcoming, very pleasant on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very fruity. And for me, it's very, it has a sweetness as well. Strawberries, red fruits, berries, well, the same, but a bit of a wine taste to it. So yeah, the Oloroso sherry was a very fruity one, I would say. So it's a very pleasant and very fruitful whiskey. I like it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And with the taste, there comes the spiciness of the oak. Yep. Dark chocolate, rising, little spiciness in the back. Very long after cladding my mouth with the oakiness. Extreme. I had that before, several years ago, and I hadn't had that oakiness, this European oak taste in it. So this seems to have changed a little bit to a more intense flavor.
It is much, much more intense in the taste than it is in the aroma. You do have fruitiness, yes, it is. A bit more wine, less strawberry, more fermented wine tastes, and also a lot of oak. And I don't know how to describe it. It's not really a bitterness. It's a oakiness.
A coke?
Tannins.
A coffee note.
Yeah, coffee note. Yeah, maybe
probably
that.
You don't drink coffee.
I don't drink coffee. But it's a lot heftier, a lot more spiciness, a lot more oakiness inside the taste than it is in the nose. In the nose, we do have a lot of fruits. It changed a little bit after you take your first sip as well.
Yeah, so it tastes a lot more intense than those typical 12-year-old finished in ex-Oloroso sherry casks. So you definitely taste the long maturation in those ex-Oloroso sherry casks.
Yeah, it has something from a little bit of something that feels like a solely matured Oloroso sherry cask whiskey.
Oloroso. Rosso means red.
It's just Spanish. Rosso.
Italian is Rosso.
Rosso. I like it. The thing is, second sip or third sip is quite strong on the spiciness and on the oak. So is it beginner friendly or still?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like when you've introduced someone who's tried the first one, the easier ones, and then you go, hey, let's try a little bit more sherry, more longer maturation, double cask. Yeah. Then maybe the third glass for a beginner would be okay.
Yeah. So Aberlour is a distillery which is able to deliver 12-year-old, 14-year-old, 16-year-old, 18-year-old. So they, I think, have lots of stocks where they can produce their variety of whiskies from. Yeah.
It has been bought by the French, Pernod Ricard, since 1974. So are they like open all day long? So like they have 50 years of production on the Pernod Ricard now. So yeah, probably they treated it well, their distillery. So yeah, that was it with our review of the Aberlour Double Cask 12 years old. It's around 45, 46-ish euros if you live in the Netherlands or Belgium. Have a look at Whisky.com, and thank you very much for watching. See you next time.